Prepare to be triggered. Oh my goodness. So first things first, let me just say, I think Spider-Man 2 is going to be a good game, just as good as Spider-Man 1 was. However, having said that, I think that Insomniac has fallen prey to a poison that has infiltrated what we see on the MCU. And that poison is over-design. And what I'm talking about is this visual clutter. When it comes to suit designs, for example, Homecoming suit. It's a good suit, right? Good suit. However, there's over-design. And the over-design appears, it shows up in the form of lines. These little lines all over the place. And it's like, why? Why do we have these lines, right? Red, blue, and black. But then you have these lines. You have the lines right here. You have the lines on the legs. And the lines don't do anything for the suit. They don't add anything to the suit. They don't complement the anatomy of the suit, especially on the legs. It doesn't do anything. And it's not like they're dark blue or light blue to complement the blue. They're just black. They're hard black lines. And it's like, okay, they're black lines, meaning you want me to see them. But upon me seeing them, they don't do anything. It's just clutter. It's over design. What did people say some of his best suit is thus far? The Far From Home suit. You want to know why? Because it's simple. And that principle, it's a principle that is ubiquitous. Okay, it's universal. Everyone, I don't care what area you are in the art field, we all know this principle. KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. And that's what his new costume does. It's faithful to the original design of Spider-Man. Now, one costume that I would say is the king of over-design in the MCU, and that is his Iron Spider suit. I don't know how on God's green earth you go from this and transform that into this. It doesn't make any sense. Completely over-designed, way over-designed. All this paneling, the metallic, right? Then you have the lights on the top and the bottom. It's horrible. It's a disgusting design. There's just too much going on, and it's not doing anything. It's not complementing each other, and it's not adding anything visual. It just comes off as clutter. Another example of this would be the TASM 1 suit. We all know the TASM 1 suit. Absolute disaster. Disgusting. It is the worst suit that I've seen on the big screen thus far. Disgusting. Horrible. All these lines, the reflective, the specular, the yellow lenses, just... It's disgusting. It's horrible. Now, what's a great suit? The TASM 2 suit. What do people love? The TASM 2 suit, right? And the TASM 2 suit, what makes it good is that it's simple. Goes back to the original design of Spider-Man. We don't need all this stuff all over the place, all these lines. We don't need that. And honestly, the reason why the TASM 2 suit is so good is because it mimics the God suit, the Raimi suit, all right? That's why the TASM 2 suit is so good. The raised webbing, where'd they get that from? The Raimi suit, okay? The spider even. They did little alterations to the spider, but that's the Raimi spider. They just elongated the legs. A lot that works for the TASM 2 suit was hijacked, okay, taken off of the Raimi suit. And the Raimi suit is a god suit of all suits on the big screen. It is flawless. It's because they keep it simple, stupid, right? In all the iterations, it's keep it simple, stupid. Moving forward into Insomniac, Spider-Man 1. We all remember the advanced suit. Now, the advanced suit for me was extremely busy. It was busy. And was no reason to be this busy. None whatsoever. It was over-designed. Like the paneling on the side. Do you guys remember the paneling? It was just lines upon lines. He had one line here and then another line underneath that to like highlight his rib cage and all that. The intercostals and all the obliques. Just too many lines. You flip it around. Lines on the back. Why? What do those lines do? Do they accentuate anything? No. Do they, as far as follow the lines of the anatomy? No. It's just lines. It's unnecessary lines. And it was busy up top. And then you go to the bottom and it was just simple, right? You had one line, but it was even still was too many lines. Like, why do we have all these lines on the inside of his thigh, wrapping around his legs? For what? Why? What purpose does that bring? No purpose whatsoever. Okay? When it came to his bicep, there was lines around his bicep. The whole gauntlet that they had, way busy. The side of his legs, spider pattern. Why? For what? It was just busy. Let me be clear. This is not a knock at Jacinda Chu. I think she's a great artist. I think as far as what she envisioned, just wasn't presented in the game. Because I remember her talking about, well, the reason why we have this is, for a more effective punch or whatnot. The reason why he has a side paneling of the webbing is in case he scrapes up against the building. At what point in time did you scrape up against the building in Spider-Man PS4? Okay? You didn't. All right? It'd be different like in Web of Shadows where you're running across, or even Spider-Man 2 where you're going across the building. That didn't happen in Spider-Man PS4. There was no scraping across the building. So that design just didn't make sense for the game. Now, they learned their lesson when it came to Spider-Man 2. When we saw the new advanced suit, I was like, okay, great. They got rid of a lot of the visual clutter. But then they decided to add some, right? For all the lines they got rid of along the obliques and whatnot, they added some on the back. And I'm just like, why? Just why? It just didn't make any sense. And they cut the belt, right? It's segmented to the belt. And then there's lines coming from the bottom of the belt and then the top of the belt. And I'm just like, why are there lines there? It doesn't do anything. It doesn't add anything to the suit. And I get the lines. They're trying to, I guess, mimic, once again, the obliques. But we don't need that. That line doesn't need to be there. If you flip it around, there is dark blue. They added dark blue on the top and at the bottom of the waist. Why? Just why do we need a darker blue on the back of his suit? And this is the only time this dark blue is present in all of the costume. It's not present on the front. It's only on the back. And I'm just like, why is that there? For what reason? Now, I took it into Photoshop and removed it. Now, you can't tell me that the Ultra version that I did in Photoshop is not 100 times better than the original. You want to know why? Because those lines don't add anything to the suit. It's just visual clutter. It's over designed. They're just adding lines to add them. When it comes to the legs, they just added lines to add them. The original advanced suit had simple lines. I wasn't a big fan of the lines, right? But it was usually, I think it was like 2 lines on the advanced suit. In the new one, they just added lines. Just, okay, why? And the lines, they don't flow with the anatomy. At least with the original advanced suit, it kind of flowed with the anatomy, the vastus, medialis and whatnot, the rectus femoris. But these lines don't even flow. And I'm just like, what's going on here? There's no reason for these lines to exist. None whatsoever. It's over-designed. Now leads us to the crux of the problem. And it manifests itself in the atrocity that is the symbiote suit. I know. There are many people who may like the symbiote suit. They're lying to themselves. There's some who don't mind it. Those people who say that they don't mind it, those people don't like it. They just don't have the courage and the spine to come out and say, I don't like it. They're willing to tolerate it. However, I will be the martyr for all of you weak people who can't voice your actual opinion due to fear of the rage mob. That's fine. I'll be your hero, okay? Having said that, the symbiote suit is over-designed. It's atrocious. It's disgusting, all right? The point in time where you have added a belt to the symbiote suit, you've gone way too far. You've lost your mind, all right? The symbiote suit is perfection in its simplicity. That is the purpose of the symbiote suit. Its simplicity, even if you know the origins of why they started doing it, was due to make it simple. Somehow, Insomniac took a simple suit, and don't get me wrong, they do 2 things great in this suit. 2 things. And those 2 things are done great. You want to know why? Because it's part of the original design. And that is the spider symbol and the eyes. Beautifully done. Beautifully done. But they couldn't leave it there. They couldn't. For some reason, I don't know who it was, but they were like, we need more. They were like, okay, we'll segment the suit and create lines on the suit. More. I was like, okay, we'll add like Venom stuff to the suit. It's like, more. It's like, okay, well, we'll add shoes to the suit. And it's just like, bruh, you over-designed the symbiote suit to death. And then the lines on the face. Why? They cut up the chin into 3 segments. I kid you not, fam. It's like one segment here and then one segment in the middle. Why? For what purpose? Huh? Unless maybe somehow it's some storytelling narrative that they're using. It's a storytelling element that they use. I doubt it. But maybe, possibly, you're going to have to help me make sense of it because the design doesn't make any sense. The head looks like a helmet. Why does the symbiote suit look like a helmet? The padding. When it comes, I don't mind if they want to, have the shoulders, whatever, and have lines in that, but make it flow. It doesn't flow. It's segmented. It cuts off right here. And then it cuts off for the rest of the shoulder and then the back. Why is the back like that? It doesn't even follow the original the new Advanced 2 suit. That's the crazy part. Because I know people were trying to say, well, it's fused with the Advanced 2 suit. No, it's not. It's not at all. The lines from the symbiote suit are nowhere near the same as the lines from the Advanced 2 suit. It's just a whole new pattern. And the pattern doesn't even flow. The whole purpose of the symbiote suit is that it flows. It's nice. It's clean. It's simple. And they somehow took this clean, simple design and mucked it up. They were like, let's add lines here, lines there, more lines. Even the symbiote, right? The texture of the symbiote is just a bunch of lines. There is a line man in Insomniac, and he is like getting paid to add lines. And it's like, why, bruh? Like, why? Tell me why. Even the side paneling, where did that come from? That's not in the original suit. They removed the side paneling from the Advanced Spider suit, the second one. The only time you have the side paneling is in the first one. That's not there in the second one. So why does it come back? Where does this side paneling come from? And then it's zigzag. It doesn't even flow into the leg. It doesn't even flow with the anatomy. It doesn't even flow with the suit. It seems just out of place. Why? Because it's over-designed. It's just like, yo, let's add little segments here on the side. Why? It doesn't flow. That is the problem with the suit. The problem is that it's over-designed. The parts of it make no sense. There is no flow to the suit. Of all suits, to have it flow, to have some consistency, to have some simplification, you would think it would be the symbiote suit. But no, they somehow try to make this complex, and there's no reason for it. They could have it flow, smooth, nice, and clean, and it would still be Insomniac. I think they've gotten too out of hand with saying, I want it to be Insomniac's take. I want them to know that when they see the Spider-Man suit, that's Insomniac. It's like, yo, bruh, listen, I'm not buying Rocksteady's Batman to see Rocksteady's take on the Batman suit. That's not what I'm doing, fam, okay? We're buying it because it's a good game. I think they've gotten, the ego has gotten too big where it's like, yo, I get with the Advanced suit, you got the White Spider. That's fine, that's cool. But it's like, no, we need more. And then you start adding all these lines and all these lines. We want to make sure that people know this is Insomniac Spider-Man. It's like, you don't need that. We got the White Spider. That's enough, right? When it comes to this, I wouldn't have had a problem if they, actually wanted to be creative with the insignia, right? That would have been fine with the eyes, something. But the over excessive paneling and the cross-hatching and the zigzags and all that, it doesn't work with the costume. It doesn't work as a design. It's just a bad design. It doesn't flow. It's segmented where it's no reason to be segmented. It's just overall bad design. That's not something you want to associate with Insomniac. It's just, that's not what you want to do. Unless, of course, this all has to do with the story. And the story is, I don't know, Peter's confused and that shows up on the suit. And it, once again, evolves over time throughout the game. Sure, by all means. But what we have right now, and that's all I can go off of, is absolute garbage. Anyways, guys, that's a video. Let me know what you guys think. Whether or not you believe, look, I love the suit. You don't know what you're talking about. You're just a hater, okay? You just want to hate and complain. Or if you happen to believe, listen, haters and complainers, that's why we have web wings, fam. Haters and complainers, that's why we have the Raimi suit, thanks to the Raimi army, okay? Haters and complainers, that's why hopefully we have a night and day cycle, all right? That's the reason, because we ask for it, because we say, hey, it could be better. And we know you guys are a good company. So do the best that you can do. And they do it. Why? Because we have a good relationship. That's how this is supposed to work. Nevertheless, if you happen to disagree, well, you can call in during Disagreement Day, which is today. Simply Help Friday through Sunday. There'll be a number on screen. You call in. We duke it out. Either or, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to like, share, comment. I'm sure you will. Subscribe. All that fun stuff. Till next time, guys, be amazing.